What if artificial intelligence controlled the world? At first, this idea might sound like something straight out of a science fiction novel or a dystopian movie. But when you think about it more deeply, it's not as far-fetched as it seems. The rapid progress we've seen in AI technology in recent years makes it possible that one day, artificial intelligence could play a central role in shaping society and the decisions we make. This could affect everything from how we work to how we live, and even how we think. To start, think about how artificial intelligence is already embedded in our lives. You might not realize it, but AI influences almost everything we do. It's in the apps on your phone, helping you find the fastest route home. It's in the algorithms behind the platforms that suggest what you should watch next or which products you should buy. In healthcare, AI is already assisting doctors with diagnoses, analyzing patient data, and even predicting future health risks. It's revolutionizing industries like finance, customer service, and manufacturing. So, it's not a far stretch to imagine a world where AI plays an even bigger role in our lives, potentially making more complex decisions. If artificial intelligence were in control, there would be a dramatic shift in how the world is governed. One of the most obvious changes would be the elimination of traditional political structures. Instead of relying on human leaders to make decisions, AI could take over the decision-making process. It could analyze vast amounts of data in real time, process global information quickly, and make judgments that are purely logical and efficient. Imagine no more elections, no more political campaigns, and no more leaders swayed by public opinion or personal biases. Instead, every decision would be made by a system that constantly learns and adapts. On the surface, this might seem like an ideal system. After all, it would be more objective and fair, right? But let's dig a little deeper. While efficiency and logic might seem like the perfect solutions to many of the world's problems, AI could also take away some of the most important aspects of human society: freedom, choice, and emotion. Artificial intelligence is designed to process data and follow rules. But what about the unpredictable nature of human emotions and experiences? What about the importance of personal freedom? The ability to make choices, even if they lead to mistakes. AI might operate based on data that tells it what is best for the majority, but it might ignore the needs of those who are different, the outliers, or those who don't fit into the ideal category. Could AI potentially erase individuality in the name of progress? And speaking of progress, another significant change in a world controlled by artificial intelligence would be the future of work. It's easy to imagine a future where machines and robots do most of the work, leaving humans with little to do. Automation is already taking over many tasks in factories and warehouses, and AI is making its way into jobs that were traditionally done by humans, like writing articles, creating art, and even performing surgeries. This could lead to a world where human labor is no longer needed in the same way it is now. In theory, this could be a good thing. No more long hours at the office, no more dangerous jobs, and no more manual labor. But it also raises some tough questions about how society would function without work. What would people do if their jobs were taken by robots? How would they survive financially? Could AI ensure that everyone has what they need? Food, shelter, healthcare? Or would it simply create a new kind of inequality, where only a few people have access to the most powerful and advanced technology? Artificial intelligence also has the potential to change how we interact with one another. In a world controlled by AI, our relationships, both personal and professional, might become more transactional. Social media, for example, is already controlled by algorithms that determine what content we see, based on our behavior and preferences. In a world dominated by AI, every conversation and interaction could be monitored, analyzed, and even influenced by intelligent systems. I could predict our next move, our next purchase, or even our next thought. While this could lead to more personalized and efficient services, it could also lead to a loss of privacy and autonomy. I would know you better than you know yourself, and it could use that knowledge to manipulate your behavior. What happens to freedom of choice when every decision you make is influenced by a system designed to predict and optimize your actions? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. One of the most profound consequences of AI controlling the world would be the effect it could have on the way we think and feel. Could artificial intelligence, with all its data and algorithms, learn to manipulate human emotions? It's possible. In fact, AI already has the potential to influence our emotions through carefully crafted algorithms that can trigger specific feelings like joy or sadness by showing us particular images or videos. But what if AI takes this a step further? What if it starts to manipulate not just our emotions, but our thoughts and beliefs as well? It might sound like something out of a sci-fi thriller, but the reality is that AI could one day be used to influence entire populations. Political campaigns could be run by algorithms designed to sway public opinion. Advertisements could be tailored to target individuals at their most vulnerable, manipulating their emotions and behavior for profit. The more we think about it, the more questions arise. Could artificial intelligence ever truly understand the human experience? AI can simulate empathy, but it doesn't experience it. It can understand human behavior through data, but it doesn't live the way humans do. Would it be capable of understanding the complexities of love, loss, or the simple joy of being alive? And if it can't truly understand what it means to be human, should we trust it with the power to make decisions that affect every aspect of our lives? And what happens if something goes wrong? We already know that AI systems can make mistakes. Algorithms are only as good as the data they are trained on. And if that data is the data they were trained on, and if that data is flawed, the system could make decisions that cause harm. We've seen examples of AI bias in hiring processes, law enforcement, and healthcare. What happens if a world controlled by AI starts to malfunction or make decisions that harm people? Would we even be able to stop it? If artificial intelligence is in control, could we simply unplug it if something goes wrong? Or would it be too late by then? At the same time, there's a brighter side to consider. Artificial intelligence could, in theory, solve some of the world's most pressing problems. Climate change, hunger, disease. These are all issues that could be addressed with the help of intelligent systems that can process vast amounts of data and find solutions. AI could potentially help us create more sustainable systems, find cures for diseases, and distribute resources more efficiently. If AI is programmed with the right values, it could help create a more equitable and just world. But that's a big if. Who gets to decide what values are important? What happens if those values are corrupted or programmed with malicious intent? And finally, think about the relationship between humans and artificial intelligence. In a world controlled by AI, would we still retain our sense of identity, or would we become subservient to a system that doesn't need us? Could AI truly become a companion, someone or something that understands us and helps us? Or would we lose our humanity in the process of relying too heavily on something that is not alive? In the end, the world that artificial intelligence might create could be a utopia or a dystopia. It could be a place where efficiency, equality, and progress rule, or it could be a world where human rights, emotions, and freedoms are sacrificed for the sake of perfection. We might not know exactly what this world would look like, but one thing is certain. We need to think carefully about how we build and integrate AI into our society. Because once artificial intelligence takes the reins, it might be too late to turn back. Don't forget to like and subscribe